Their main event for the AEW World Championship at Allin on Sunday, MJF and Adam Cole imparted their final sentiments in interviews with Renee Paquette. The largest development between champion and challenger and best friends headlined an episode that also included trios, action, contract signing, and face-to-face ahead of a big tag team match this Sunday. So let's get straight into it. And we started things off with the Elite versus Bullet Club Gold, a classic match that saw the match negated by the attack on referee Rick Knox by Bullet Club Gold attacking Omega, FTR joining the Young Bucks to fend off the Guns, and Takeshita taking out the Cleaner. Two big matches are at the front and centre of the energetic opening segment, and that's how Booker maximises minutes. From there, the focus turns to a backstage interview by Renee Paquette with MJF and reiterating that he's a genuine in his friendship with Cole, but he will etch his name into the biggest wrestling event in history by winning. This was good stuff to start showing, showed clear urgency to build things up. And yeah, like I would say, really worked nicely, intertwining the storylines worked nicely, maximising the minutes. Brilliant match to kick off the show, and yeah, great little promo for MJF as well. So yeah, on the whole, this gets a 7 out of 10 from me. But moving on into the next match, which was another Danny John Moxley against Ray Phoenix. Mox, of course, in the Stadium Stampede match against Cassidy, best friends Penta, Ray and Kingston. The former world champion Bethel Phoenix in a preview of that contest with the other combatants in the pay-per-view match barred from ringside. They had a good competitive match. It was treated like the heels equal and nearly beat him on more than one occasion. Mox simply outlasted him and hit into sleep for the win. The shocking return of Santana and Ortiz saw the fight, which saw them attack best friends Cassidy and Penta, while the BCC attacks Phoenix and left him in need of a stretch here, added to the emotional stakes of Sunday's match. A hot angle, a significant return and pay-per-view match. So yeah, this definitely gets a solid thumbs up. And you know, when they saw the participants involved, you knew it's going to be a banger, and yeah, I think it turned out to be exactly that. But Chris Jericho did his work of the year in a contract signing for his match against Will Ospreay at All-In. The Ocho put over the enormity of the event, declare it even bigger than WrestleMania, and fired up as he talked about social media critics eager to witness his demise. Jericho was passionate and invested. It was the most motivated promo he cut in months, and it took a match that was already at the centre of a sizable storyline and made it a much bigger deal. Ospreay was great here too, angry and defiantly telling the veteran how much the match means for him. Throwing Don Callis, and you get a little nod for the great Lance Storm, and you have an in-ring promo that may have been among the best that AEW have produced in a while, and yeah, I think that kind of speaks volumes to how much of a glaring success this was. I think both men hyping them up, all coming from their different angles. Yeah, the way they just intertwined it was really nice stuff. But anyway, Renee Paquette's interview with Adam Cole didn't quite go as smoothly as the one with MJF, with him showing a bit of frustrations, suggestions that they are not really friends, which obviously we're going to come back to on Sunday. But back in the arena, the intense rivalry between Darby, Nick and Mogul Embassy, Swerve and Nail Fox continued in a tornado tag. Despite a concentrated effort, Strickland and Fox, a resilient Wayne, fought through tremendous pain to Latter and scored the upset win. Dismayed by the loss, Strickland and Ninja Prince Nana kicked off Fox out of the Mogul Embassy. Allin and Wayne then re-emerged from the locker room with Sting and cleared the heels from the squared circle, only to find out Christian will join Strickland at Wembley. Backstage, tensions between the Young Bucks and FTR in a trash talk and face-to-face interview. It was a lot, almost too much. Sometimes maybe you need to let things breathe. That was maybe something I didn't quite click, but you know, the match before that wasn't bad stuff at all really. Gets 6 out of 10 from me. Enjoyable enough stuff, and yeah, I think I'm not too sure about the turn, to be honest. Obviously it seems like it's been done for reasons for the pay-per-view, but yeah, still gets 6 out of 10 from me. I'm going to give it time to see where it goes, but you know, bait and switch so soon, I'm not too sure about it. Next up was Sky Blue versus Ruby Soho, and Soho wants the TBS Championship and sent a message here. More competitive than Soho likely would have expected, as Blue continues to establish herself as a future star. Was a solid and competitive one with the right person won over based on the creative plans laid out prior to the bout. Blue got the better with every passing match and is going to be a star for AEW, and constant improvement. Yeah, it's looking good for her. But backstage, Roderick Strong predicted that we would see a real MJF all in, but yeah, just going back to the match, 6 out of 10 for me. Like I say, Soho, clear direction for her. Sky Blue getting better, so not a lot to complain about. But yeah, anyway, in the arena, Acclaimed called out House of Black. A beat down of Max Caster and Nancy Bones by the trio's chance gave the way to the return of Billy Gunn, who issued a match to Wembley. This is probably a match that does not have to happen at the show, but you know, I think with it all coming in, a good match here, and yeah, I don't know which way it's going to go. It's kind of unpredictable, but yeah, I'm very much looking forward to having Billy Gunn back as well. But moving on into the Hardys versus Aussie Open for the ROH Tag Team titles. Ahead of the match, And the MJF and Adam Cole were there and proved anything but afterthoughts as they defeated Matt and Jeff in the main event. There were plenty of effort from Hardys, and this is all about showcasing the champions, and they looked impressive. It's one of the best tag teams in the planet, and two guys are deserving of the spotlight that Sunday will bring. The post-match featuring Cole and MJF was great too, with the latter again teasing a return in the form of a shot with a Dynamite diamond ring, only to hug his buddy. They look on both men's faces, some of them that are torn between preserving their friendship and competing for the top prize. If this is an indicator of what we're going to get, I can't wait to see what we're going to get on Sunday. But yeah, this is great stuff. And gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I think everyone in their role played it perfectly and got Aussie Open as well. Overall, AEW Dynamite gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought this was a really, really good episode of Dynamite, I have to say. The matches throughout, the build-up throughout, I think pretty much on the whole, we got it spot on throughout the night, and it's definitely got me more and more hyped for Allin. Yeah, this is great stuff. Really enjoyed it, 7 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and subscribe to daily wrestling and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.